Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good? Only one person, yes? How's everybody doing? This is not going to, it's not starting well. How's everybody doing? That's better. Okay, I'm Mohammad Chilbaya. I'm an alumni, proud alumni of AUC. I graduated many years ago. Will not say the date, but I am currently the chairman and CEO of PepsiCo Egypt. I owe AUC a lot to what I've achieved in my career and in my life. And that's why I always come back. I always come back to talk to graduates, to students, to alumni, and share some of the experience. So I'm really happy today to be here. And I saw everybody entering through the Pepsi gate, and really excited to be talking to you. I want to talk to you about myself and my story with AUC. And let me take a different angle. When I'm looking at all of you, I remember the first day of me attending AUC. And it comes back so vivid. I was sitting in my car, listening to music, and I was so worried. And I had butterflies in my belly. What am I going to do at AUC? I graduated from Egyptian language schools. Very traditional in terms of education. Classroom, from 8 to 3, you get all your classes in one place. Very limited in sports and arts. But I was comfortable in that environment. I grew up in that environment. So what was going through my mind? What have I done? Why is AUC the right choice for me? It's such a different, diverse community. I come from an all-boys school. Will I succeed? Will I make a difference? Is it the right thing for me? And I remember the first day I entered into Ewart Hall. My first class, English 101, 8:30 in the morning. I entered, and there was Mr. Wilcox, a teacher from the UK. He wore a three-piece suit, sorry. And in the classroom, there was like 12 to 15 people. I come from classrooms that are 25, 30 people. No books. Oh my God, no books. The guy started talking, and at the end of the class, he said, you know what? You have an assignment. You need to research. You come back to me as a team, and he divided us in teams, and tell me, present your paper. Oh my God. I've never worked in teams, never done a presentation in my life, never went to a library because my school didn't have a library, and definitely did not do any research. That day, I was waiting for my second class. I was sitting in the campus, very lively, flyers all over, people asking me, join this club, join this community, why don't you join this sports team? Very lively, and I was just overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed. And after a long day, I went home, and I was really overwhelmed of what I saw, and really more questions started to pop to my mind. How can I succeed? Is this still the right thing for me? Did I make the right choice? This is so overwhelming. A lot of things happened, but then I decided to change. I decided to embrace this new experience. It wasn't easy. I had to change a lot of things from what I have learned. I had to adapt. But once I took the decision, what a ride. What a ride. 4 years, fantastic journey. Academics, you started opening and learning new things, softer skills. I used to hate doing presentations. And when I was in a group, I would say, no, you present. Until somebody spotted me and said, you know what? You can be a great presenter if you do 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, I present everywhere. I present in front of millions of people, thousands of people, no problem, from that piece of advice. It's a different world. You can choose your courses. You can do science, you can do arts, you can double major. It's up to you. You broaden your education. You become a much better version. And I discovered, you know what? I prefer this system than my old school system. I can excel much faster in this system versus what I'm used to. But all I had to do is change. I had to change, and it paid back. Not only education, I opened myself up to communities. The whole community. I participated in the basketball team, and not only that, I became the captain of the basketball team, solving problems for athletes. I joined the sports committee. I even tried acting and dancing, but that didn't go very well. But at least I tried. And guess what? The day I left AUC and I graduated from the same door I entered, the door of Ewart Hall, I was a transformed person. I was a better version for myself. I knew what I wanted. I had much better skills. And I could see really where I wanted to go. And let me tell you a secret. This helped me a lot in my career, okay? A lot of times in your career, you are faced with tough assignments that nobody wants to do. You know what? Facing your fears and taking this challenge makes you excel. But it all starts with you. You make the right decision. You know your fears. Everybody has fears and questions about himself. Face them, and you know what? Every time you conquer one, go to the next one. And that's why I'm standing here today. I want to tell you something else. As PepsiCo, when we recruit, we don't look at resume and see the highest scores. That's one element. We recruit a well-diversified person who can talk, work in teams, willing to engage in CSR activities and other activities for the company. We want him to be part of the culture and the fabric of the company. This university enables you and gets you ready for that. I want you to embrace, I want you to conquer your fears, I want you to succeed, have fun, learn, work hard, play hard, and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I remember 11 years ago when I was standing here on this same stage, and I was giving a speech on behalf of one of my favorite professors. Hello. One of my favorite professors, Dr. Shireen Hamdi, Dr. Shireen Fahmi, may her soul rest in peace. And she told me, you're gonna come back to that stage. I feel it. And every year, I come back to this stage, and I love it, and I love the feeling. Hi, everyone. I'm Farida Timraz, founder and creative director of Timraza Fashion House. I started with a dream to bring Egypt back to the global fashion map. I majored, I had a major in integrated marketing communications, which was not fashion at all, and double minor in business and psychology. But believe it or not, these three subjects are the reason why I'm standing here today, why I really met my dreams, and I was able to conquer all fashion weeks around the world, and still there is more to come, dress up celebrities, in Hollywood, the Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, until even Egypt, the Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they appointed me as Egypt's fashion ambassador, the first appointed Egypt fashion ambassador. And this goes definitely, I owe it a lot to AUC because it's a new industry. They taught me integrated marketing communications, taught me something, it's very educational, but I always carry it with me, which is the 3 C's: consistency, concentration, continuity. And this is exactly what I've been doing for the past 10 years. And also, AUC taught me something very, very important, which is persistence. Even in my classes, when I felt that I didn't deserve, and when I was a student, by the way, I used to love studying, although I'm in the fashion industry now, but it's a big surprise that education is the reason why the fashion brand Timraza is where it is right now. Last month, we celebrated our 10th anniversary in bringing Egypt back to the global fashion map. And also, we celebrated Timraza's success with being the only Egyptian brand participating in London, Paris, Los Angeles, New York 4 times, and many, many more. So I remember in one of my classes when I got a B, and I thought that I didn't deserve a B. So I went and I checked all my exams, all my homeworks, because this is what AUC built in me, that I always fight for what I want. So I went to Dr. Ayman Ismail. I was like, Dr. Ayman, now by the way, all my professors till today, we have a very strong connection. And they still guide me. They still mentor me. Even I just released the first fashion book in the Arab region, which is called Fashion Branding and Social Media, a practical guide, which Mr. Ahmed Dalal and Mrs. Dalal, thank you so much for hosting the first fashion book in the Arab region in the residence here at AUC. It was one of my favorite, definitely, events. And so persistence, run after your dreams, be persistent, be passionate. And this is what AUC teaches you. You can be studying marketing, but have a great business idea. By the way, I started the business model of Timraza when I was in my 3rd year in university. I made the business cards with Dr. Ashraf Fouda in my visual communication class. I made even catalog, a magazine, and he still states it as an example today. The organization structure by Dr. Ayman Ismail, the marketing tools and tactics, the 5 Ps. To an extent, I invented my own model, which is called the 8 Ps, was mentored and studied Dr. Hamid Chilbaya. I don't want to miss names because they have all influenced me a lot and built what I'm all about today, and what is the brand is all about, the right tools and tactics to manage a team, to create something new, to go out of the box, to always do trending things day after day, month after month, season after season. So today, and I want to advise you all, and this is why I'm coming here today. One thing, because I miss the Basili Hall, and the other thing, because this is one of my favorite views. It keeps me going, and I'm sure one day most of you will be standing here because this is what AUC promises and this is what AUC provides. Never give up. And I always like to close it with a quote that I'm always famous of. If not you, who? If not now, when? Thank you, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Are you more excited or anxious? Maybe both? Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about my AUC experience. So like the very talented actress on stage, I was also a chemistry major for 2 reasons. Maybe the first are a bit more superficial, but I wanted to take on the challenge of being the president of the chemistry club and making chemistry cool. I also like the idea of adding different substances that were maybe colorless together and having a purple infusion come out of it. But then I realized the more I studied that chemistry to me represented the ability to understand a certain concept in a way that made me able to work a lot smarter than harder. So if I could really understand it to the core, then maybe it would save me a lot of time for studying different chapters and still being able to excel at an examination or understanding in a certain concept. I also minored in sociology, simply because I think I love people and I really understand the importance of being able to connect and being able to gauge the value and impact of your ideas on the people you're trying to present it to. And I really want to talk to you a lot about my alumni experience, because being an AUC is an incredible thing that I didn't really understand the full value of until I graduated. And when I did, I got 2 jobs in 2 different sectors. So I think I'm 2 out of 5 when it comes to the career shifts. The first was at an FMCG, and then I jumped to an oil and gas company. And then I decided at that time that Egypt needed some solar. We had a lot of power cuts. And I decided to start my own business and delve into the realm of entrepreneurship. And at the time, it was very, very difficult. And I remember we did 151 failed pitches to do Egypt's first grid-connected solar system. And Project 152 was pitched to AUC, and they ended up taking it. Despite not being very economically viable, they believed in the economic sustainability aspect. And between you and me, I think they just wanted to help me as well. And when we did that, it was actually a historic moment, because this was the first grid-connected solar system in Egypt back in 2014. And I didn't realize at the time that this was the catalyst that would help propel my business to becoming a 500-employee company that's serving 4 countries around the world and being able to take on a lot of Egypt's challenges. So not only are we doing energy now, but we're also doing water desalination and helping Egypt tackle its water issues, as well as waste management, and taking our garbage and trash and turning it into very valuable resources that we can use for other purposes. So without talking too much, I just want to leave you with final words of advice. And I want you in your classes just to look on your right and left and understand that the people around you are not just your friends or colleagues who might last for a lifetime, but these are also the movers and the shapers and the policy makers, the decision makers in Egypt. And if you really want to make a difference and an impact in your respective field, you'll take full advantage of your time here, not just for your studies, but for also creating a network. After all, your network is your net worth. Enjoy the journey. Thank you.